In this video, I want to talk to you about the mirror principle. I want to simplify this whole idea to make it easy so you can apply it in your life. Whether this is the first time you're hearing about this or it's a powerful reminder, this has the potential to completely transform your life and blow your mind. This is going to help you understand why things haven't been moving, things haven't been changing. If you are trying really, really hard to create that next level in your life, in your business, in your career, whether you've got big goals that you want to reach, whether it's even like following your purpose, putting yourself out there, getting visible, whatever it is, if you're struggling to actually make progress in a certain area of your life, this is going to answer as to why this is happening, and it's going to give you the pathway to creating that breakthrough right now. Speaking of breakthroughs, I do actually have a free 3-day live event coming up in a couple of weeks' time called You Are the Breakthrough. So you might want to go and sign up for that too if any of this resonates so far, because in it, I'm going to be helping you create deep shifts within you so that you become your own breakthrough and you stop looking outside of you or stop waiting for it to happen. I'm going to leave the link in the pinned comments so you can go check that out if that's something that you want to join me with. It's completely free and it's over 3 days and it's going to be incredible. By the way, if this is the first time you've seen me, my name is Kirsty Elizabeth. I help women release the subconscious blocks that have been holding them back. I help them recode their identity, upgrade their energetic baseline, their frequency, so they can recode their reality. So what is the mirror principle? The mirror principle is based on the idea that everything outside of us is simply a projection of what is happening within us. So when we think in terms of consciousness, in terms of manifestation, in terms of even quantum physics, it's where quantum physics meets neuroscience, meets spirituality. Everything that we're experiencing in our outside world is simply a projection of whatever is going on inside of us. So if you already understand or believe or buy into the fact that our beliefs create our reality, that who we're being, how we're showing up, creates the results and the experience we have in our lives, then this is what the mirror principle is. So what happens usually is that when we want to change something in our life, when something's not going to plan, we're experiencing something that we feel is bad, then we immediately go and try and fix the problem, don't we? We put all our energy into the problem. Abraham Hicks always talks about wrestling it to the ground, and it doesn't get us anywhere. It actually often perpetuates the problem because wherever we put energy, it expands, it grows. Whatever we resist persists. So we're actually doing it the wrong way round. Now, if we're talking about a mirror, let's see if I can hold it up. It's quite tricky to hold this up the right way. It's like me, say I have something on my face, or I've put my makeup on and I've got mascara all the way down my face, and then I'm sat there at the mirror trying to get it off. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's like you look in the mirror, you're in the full-length mirror, and you're looking at your clothes and you're really, really unhappy with them. And you feel like they don't represent who you are anymore. You don't feel good in it. Maybe they make you feel a bit frumpy. They don't fit very nicely. Maybe they're looking a bit shabby. Maybe they've got holes in. And you just really want something that reflects who you are, your value, makes you feel really good when you're wearing it. You're not going to go up to the mirror and start getting really angry with it and trying to remove the clothes from there and put new clothes on. I know that sounds ridiculous, but this is what we're doing with our lives. We are the ones causing it. When we think about the law of cause and effect, the cause is the thought, it's us, it's our being. It's the projections that we are sending out into the universe. It's simply being reflected back to us so that we can see where we're at. We can see what needs to shift within us. It's a gift. It's powerful. It's literally there to reflect back at us who we are being in the moment so that we can change and create something new. If we don't like what is being shown in the mirror, then we change the thing that is looking into the mirror, right? We don't change the reflection itself. Obviously, there are times that you can change the reflection because you literally take the approach most people take. So if it's a money thing, you go out and you try and make more money. But if you are doing it from a place of lack consciousness, from really low self-worth, from no confidence, no self-esteem, you are going to end up creating money opportunities that reflect that because of the way you're willing to think, feel, and act, because of the way you're showing up, you're going to create the results that are equivalent to how you feel about yourself, then you're never going to get those massive amounts of money. It's always going to be equivalent to what you think you're worth, right? So you can still go out and change the reflection, but it's going to take a really long time and it's going to be hard. And this is what Joe Dispenza talks about when he talks about changing matter with matter. We're literally going to hard physical matter to try and change it, instead of changing it in the place where it's created in the first place, which is in our mind. It's in consciousness. Now, you may have heard my story before about when I was running my previous business and it was really, really struggling. It had done well for years. It was so easy. It gave us the lifestyle we wanted. The money was coming in with barely any effort. It was so easy. And then after several years, all of a sudden the results started stalling. The money was going down. The sales kept slumping. It was reducing. We weren't getting paid for 6 months. And then all of a sudden we looked like we were going to have to close the business. That's the time that I got into this material. That's the time that I started understanding about mindset, manifestation, subconscious, consciousness, how reality is actually created. And when we went inside to do the work, when we changed our focus, our thoughts, our feelings, our identity, the energy that we were sending out into the universe, when we changed all of that, we were able to turn our business around from almost shutting the door to having a £1 million sales year, which we'd never done before. And it seemed completely impossible at the time. We really invited the magic and miracles in because we were creating from within instead of trying to wrestle with the outside world. We were changing what we were projecting. It's almost like reality is like a movie. We're watching this movie and we're the projector. We've got to go inside and change what it is that we're projecting out if we want to see something different. If we're always moaning and blaming and complaining, and then what we're seeing in our reality is a series of events and people that we then want to moan about, is because that's the energy we're sending out. That's what we're believing. That's what we're inviting in through our consciousness, through our focus, through our thoughts, through our emotions. It's always a projection. So what is that area in your life right now that feels difficult, that feels impossible, where you feel stuck? And what is the story that is going around in your mind on repeat? What is the identity you have in relation to it? What is the energy and the emotions you're sending out every day? Because this is what keeps it in a perpetual loop. This is what keeps the reflection looking exactly the same, because we're projecting the same thing out, right? So quantum physics, the observer effect specifically, go look it up if you haven't heard of it before. It's fascinating. It's a series of experiments and tests that were done over a really long period of time. People kept trying to redo this experiment because they just didn't believe what it was showing was true, and they couldn't disprove it. The results were the same every single time over decades of people testing this out. In a very simplified format, is we are all energy. Everything's made up of energy. Everything in this planet, we're just vibrating at such a high speed that we seem dense to the 5 senses that we have. Yet under a high-powered microscope, science has shown this, we are a dense mass of energy that is moving all the time, right? That's our vibration. That's our frequency that we're sending out. Now, when you break us down right to the very core of who we are, what we're actually made of, the building blocks of existence, the building blocks of us, we are broken down to molecules and then down to particles and then subatomic particles. That's what everything in the universe boils down to, subatomic particles. These subatomic particles are shown by science to be waves of possibility. So they can act in any way whatsoever. And the very thing that determines how it's going to act is when you have someone observing. So in this case, it was someone doing the experiment. The observer effect is that these waves of possibility, these subatomic particles, collapse time and into physical matter. They actually become something due to the person observing it. And this is why law of assumption is so powerful, because it's your expectations and your assumptions about something that literally creates possibility, waves of possibility into the outcomes, into the results, into the things that you're experiencing because of your expectations, your judgments, your assumptions. That is why we have to change our thinking. We have to change our perceptions, our perspectives, our assumptions, our beliefs, our stories, because they are literally collapsing waves of possibility. They're collapsing all the potentiality and possibility in the universe into physical matter, into physical outcomes, into our 3D reality, into what is being reflected in the mirror. I know that's quite science heavy. I hope I have done it justice with trying to explain it in a really simple way. Go and look up the observer effect. There's loads on Google about it that can explain it in a more scientific way. I'm not a science person, but this is mind-blowing. So your observations, your expectations, your assumptions are literally creating what you see in front of you. And this is why the mirror principle is so powerful. Stop trying to change the mirror. Start going within and saying, what is the reflection telling me about how I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, how I'm showing up, about the stories that I have? And the fastest ways to see this is look at your triggers. What's triggering you? What is it making you think? What are your reactions to things? What is it making you think? What are the stories and the beliefs that have been playing on repeat? It's all here for you. And when you start making these tweaks and these changes, you start perceiving the world in a different way. You start perceiving your situation, your reality, your relationships, your outcomes, your results in a completely different way. And when you do that, you start reacting in a different way. You start behaving in a different way. You start thinking and feeling in a different way. You start showing up in a different way. You start getting different results because you have shifted inside. It has to be that internal shift inside. So let me know in the comments what is dropping through for you. This is mind-blowing. I'm going to do some more videos on this because it's so powerful and life-changing, and it can really help you take your power back. It's time to take your power back. You are the creator. You're not meant to be here reacting to life. You're not meant to feel like a victim. You're not meant to feel powerless. You are the creator. Take your power back. Start looking at your reflection and then going inside to see what it is that you need changing. Now, don't forget, if you want to go deeper on any of this stuff, come and join me in that live 3-day free event that I have in a couple of weeks' time called You Are the Breakthrough, because you are your own breakthrough, and I can't wait for you to experience that. If you don't want to wait the couple of weeks and you are ready to start making these changes now, you can book a 1-to-1 90-minute breakthrough session with me where we will expose the hidden blocks, the lies, the patterns, the stories, all of the things that are creating that reflection to just keep projecting the things that you don't want back to you, so that we can make a deep and meaningful and life-changing shift within your consciousness, in your energy, your identity. You can leave the 90 minutes as a new version of you. I only release a couple of these a week, so if there is availability, go grab it, and I can't wait to see you over there. Now, if you are looking for longer-term support and you want one-to-one coaching on a 3 or 6 month package, then email me on the email below, get in touch with me, let's start having a conversation. I'll be able to send you some information. We can even have a quick call where we can talk about all of your questions and see if it's the right fit for both of us. So make sure you check that out as well. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so grateful for you. I appreciate you being here. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget, let's have these conversations. Let's start the dialogue going. Let's start shifting this energy right now. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.